Welcome back. Taking a full look at weather today. Weather Authority Chief Meteorologist Dan Cianca. It's beautiful out there, at least in Pacific Grove. We're working on getting the training wheels off the bike.
Ooh, okay.
So we hit the trail.
I'm going to be so proud of you once you're on that bike without the training wheels, Veronica. I know you've been working on it for a long time.
Trying, Dan. I'm trying.
Next thing you know, we'll get those water wings off and we'll be swimming with the dolphins.
There you go.
Yeah, very nice. We got a splash of sunshine today. Our weather pattern's still pretty blocked up, though, and it's going to stay that way for the next couple of days. So don't get used to too much sun on the coast. We're still going to see some low clouds for the next couple of days. The low is spinning to the south. It's bringing some more showers and thunderstorms to the mountains, even north of Los Angeles, maybe all the way up into Santa Barbara County, but that's about as far north as they've made it today. And we continue to kind of sit between these two features, the high pressure to the north, the low pressure to the south. And in the low levels, which is where we all live, unless you live on a hot air balloon suspended 10,000 feet above us, which you don't. Maybe you do. I don't know. I don't want to judge you. Well, we're still in this kind of static realm where we're not seeing much movement. We have just light onshore flow, which is keeping a very stable marine layer in place and keeping the clouds in place even throughout most of the day. So it's going to take something for, it's going to take some sort of other outside influence to break that down. And that's going to come this weekend once the pattern starts to shift a little bit. The low is still going to be to our south, but the ridge kind of moves a little bit more to the north and west and then elongates and amplifies here offshore over the next couple of days. That's eventually going to kick out the cutoff low, which has been sitting to our south for the last couple of days, and it'll make a trek across the southern tier of the country as we head into the weekend. It's that process that should start to warm us up. So I've got us warming starting on Sunday, at least on the coast, as we break down our marine layer, increase the amount of sunshine. Now, the overall air mass above us is probably going to cool down a bit because even though the ridge is closer to us, it will be a little bit weaker and not as warm. So our inland areas will probably cool down as this transition occurs, whereas on the coast will start to warm up a bit. Now, the ridge is going to keep sitting here and probably move to the north a bit, enough that it's going to let a weather system sneak through. We see some precipitation even approaching the coast by Tuesday. Now, I'm not necessarily on board with expecting rain next week, but there is going to be a chance as this happens because the weather system that comes in has a little moisture associated with it. And then this low, which cuts off, will just kind of sit off of the Southern California coast like we have one sitting there right now. A little different configuration. This one has a little more moisture with it and could bring us a little bit of light precipitation. But that transitional process will clear out our marine layer and bring us some warmer temperatures. So we've got that to look forward to. Again, I think that's going to be around Sunday before we start to see those warmer temperatures. Futurecast in the meantime will continue to show the low clouds in the valleys overnight. Fog possible, drizzle possible. It will be scattered about like it has been over the last couple of mornings. Now, into the afternoon tomorrow, expecting very similar conditions to today. We might get some brief clearing on the coast, but ultimately we'll continue to see the low clouds in the forecast through most of the day tomorrow for most coastal cities. The best chance of seeing sun tomorrow will be in Santa Cruz. We might see a little sunshine in the Monterey area as well. Now let's get to some temperatures tomorrow. They're not going to change all that much. We've been in a very persistent pattern, or a little bit cooler in the mountains in the last couple days, so low to mid 70s, and on the coast 60s to around 70 at the most there, and that's for downtown Santa Cruz. If you're on West Cliff, you're still going to be in the mid 60s, for example. But over to the east, we'll see highs in the 60s in Watsonville and Salinas, low 60s back toward the coast, but still finding some warmer temperatures in our northern valleys, as warm as that 82 in Gilroy. Over to the Monterey Peninsula, we'll see a high of 63 in Monterey and only 60 over to Butterfly Town. Low 60s in Seaside and Carmel, and then farther south we'll see temperatures in the 60s in Gonzales, but 70s for Soledad through King City, and near the coast in Carmel Valley and Big Sur we stay in the 70s, but even a couple spots still in the 90s. There's still some warm dry air above our marine layer, and we're tapping into that, and then our higher valleys. Over the next 7 days, as I mentioned, temperatures staying kind of cool and conditions cloudy for the next 3 at least, and then we'll start to warm up on Sunday. We'll still see partly cloudy skies, but that's a mix of a few low clouds on the coast and some mid to high level clouds moving through. We're watching Tuesday. I think Tuesday has the best chance of bringing us some rainfall. However, I'm not expecting anything heavy. If we get anything, it should be pretty light, but we're watching it. Things could change. It's a ways out, and this is kind of an unpredictable system as these blocking patterns are a little weird. It's not just your straight weather systems coming through. There's a lot of back and forth that goes along, and that can have some big impacts on what our weather looks like. Inland areas, we'll probably see those temperatures peak again on Friday and then cool off a bit through the weekend, and then generally pretty seasonable weather next week. But Veronica, stay tuned to the forecast regarding any rain chances next week.
Sounds good. We will. Thank you, Dan.